all. Myself, Dr. Ajinkya Pawar, working at National Institute of Naturopathy, Pune. Since last 4 decades, NIN had been very keen in promoting and propagating the public about naturopathy and yoga. As we all know, June is a month of celebration of International Day of Yoga. So this year, NIN has planned a series of yoga webathon in association with ROB, that is Regional Outreach Bureau, Maharashtra and Goa, to aware the public about benefits of yoga and how yoga can be an important part of your lifestyle. This year, we are extending sessions beyond the IDY 2020 and it will be till the end of the year. To get the upcoming session updates, please follow Facebook page of National Institute of Naturopathy, Pune. So I welcome you all for the today's second webathon session on yoga for IT professionals. As we all know, in today's technological world, we are forgetting the basic essence of real life and moving towards the artificial life. All this technological world has given many advantages as well as the disadvantages. But in particular, looking at the disadvantages which are impacting everyone's life, especially people's working in IT sector, as it is affecting not just physically, mentally, and emotionally too. Many of the occupational health surveys has reported that due to modern technology, body has deprived and now it is losing its functional capacity. So, want to know how yoga can be a tool for regaining its power and function for working professional? So, for the discussion today, we have a speaker who will tell you about the insights of yoga benefiting for working professionals. Before proceeding for the actual session, let's hear Patanjali Yoga Sutra chanting and its meaning.
तत्र स्थितौ यत्नोऽभ्यासः. Meaning is, practice is the sustained effort to rest in that stillness. In the 12th Sutra, Patanjali says practice and non reaction are required to still the modification of mind. So, in this sutra, that is the 13th sutra, Patanjali says if that practice, Patanjali meant practice as abhyasa, if that practice is consistent with sustained dedication, devotion, zeal, or concentrated enthusiasm, then a certain steady, still, stable, and balanced self supporting state is achieved by the person. Here, Patanjali defines yoga practice as abhyasa. So, those who wish to get a change in life or stability in life with complete stillness of thoughts practice yoga, which is a self revelatory process. Moving on to the 14th Sutra. Satu Dirghakala Nairandarya Satkara Sevito Drida Bhumihi. And the practice becomes firmly rooted when it is cultivated skillfully and continuously for a long time. So, here Patanjali explains that after a sustained period of time with attentiveness and consistent dedication, the practice becomes inner directed. Simultaneously, the practice matures and the quality of our enthusiasm, dedication, devotion, and desire to practice improves. Hence, a positive biofeedback loop is formed in the body. Thank you.
So, let's begin with the session. So, today we have with us Dr. Dwarak Nath, who has completed his graduation in Bachelor of Naturopathy in Yogic Sciences in year of 1992 to 1997 at the SDM College of Naturopathy and Yogic Sciences, Ujjain. He has begun with working at Gujarat, Erode, and Tirupur. He started a venture called ITY Yoga, and he do have a online platform to meet him is on www.ityyoga.com. He has conducted stress management programs and health retreats for IT professionals. He has also given this many of the sessions to the IT professional companies like TCS, Conways, Temons, CTS, Putney, Reliance Communication, and more than that. He also conducts annual retreat happens at different international places like Switzerland, UK, Singapore, Bali, UAE, and Hong Kong. Since he is serving more in online space, almost he's been saying that almost 75%. So that was, we can see his background. So I welcome him, Dr. Dwarak Nath.
Thank you. Hi everyone. I am Dr. Dwarak Nath. People usually call me Dr. D because many foreigners cannot pronounce my name Dwarak Nath. So I'm Dr. D and my website is Hi everyone. I am Dr. Dwarak Nath. People usually call me Dr. D because many foreigners cannot pronounce my name Dwarak Nath. So I'm Dr. D and my website is ityoga.com. See, the name IT Yoga I gave because years back, is I think 1999 2000, then I started giving stress management for IT professionals. Usually, the first comment from the corporates used to be, "We don't have funds for it," and my comment used to be that if you don't have funds for it, in future you're going to be liability. So it was like making the people to eat bean when they are eating beef. So in the beginning, it was a bit tough task for us to make the people to understand how much important the stress management is. Once I heard from the great yogi Isha Jagi was there. You don't have to manage stress. You have to learn what it is. That's all. But practically speaking, when we are dealing with professionals, they understand the management and Excel sheet more clearly than the philosophies. So most of our stress management programs are based or designed on IT or Excel sheet format itself. See, I've been practicing medicine, Indian medicine, naturopathy, and yoga since 1997. My first job was in Gujarat, Anand. And at that time, I came across, or I was blessed to meet Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani. Very short meeting, but I understood one thing: how much a corporate can give stress for others. Because being a stress management consultant, after discussing with the corporate heads for 1 hour, I was stressed. I needed pranayama. So I can absolutely understand for when many of you are stressed. So usually the question was like, why IT professionals are targeted about stress management most of the time? Is it because they have more money? No, not like that. You were not number one before. We were number one in stress. Yes, world's highest young age heart attack, world's highest early divorce, world's highest drug abuse, world's highest neurological disorders, they're all common among doctors more. Doctor profession was the highest stressed in the world until, let's say, 15 years back. Now, IT professionals are the number one. It doesn't mean that we have improved or anything like that. You people have overtaken us, that's all. In the year 2002, we did a study all over India with 4,000 IT professionals. 4,000 IT professionals. We kept their name anonymous so that they will comfortably, openly address. And we did a survey among the IT professionals, HR departments, through the HR departments of the IT companies. How many heart attacks are happening for the people who are below the age of 34? During that time, 34 was the demarcation we kept. You will be shocked and surprised. Number of people getting into cardiac related issues before the age of 34 was astronomically high. So I'm not going to keep talking about what is the problem in the sector, because you people know about the problems in your sector. That is deadline all the time, and time difference and the culture difference with which we are working. It is a cosmopolitan, metropolitan culture, and you are working on UK time, US time. Nowadays, we doctors are working, because especially I have come into online space more. My time is like my appointments are fixed, like Hong Kong, 11 o'clock, UK, 4 o'clock evening, US, 10 o'clock night. So sometimes it is, we do not know what time space we are in. So that is the first thing. Mentally, psychologically, biologically, our biological clock gets disrupted. So what is the point? So should we quit this job and go? No. Solution is not running away. And we are not yet monks to leave everything and go. We are still the common people who have our own likes and dislikes, our own apartments to pay the EMI, our own cars to pay the EMI. So it's impossible to think to quit everything and go. So how to be successful and yet be happy? This is what we have to learn. Becoming successful is nothing nowadays. See, if you remember very clearly, until 1995, there used to be a lot of sessions on training sessions on how to be successful in life. After 1995, there was not much sessions about how to be successful in life. Now the sessions are more like how to be successful yet be happy. Because already people, there are the job opportunities have opened up, everything has come up now. Becoming successful is nothing. If you put an effort, 3 years to 5 years down the line, you are going to be earning let's say 1 lakh plus easily in IT profession, especially in IT profession. Point is, what was your father's salary at his time of retirement? If you check and see, what is your salary at that time now? If you see, your salary before the age of 30 is more than what was your dad's salary at the time of his retirement. So technically speaking, theoretically speaking, you should be much more happier for earning this high income. Is it happening? If it is happening, thank yourself. I'm not going to be threatening you, oh, it is not happening. No, in some people's life, it is happening. 2 to 3% of the people, they are really happy. I'm not going addressing for the 2 to 3% happy people. I'm addressing the people, others. Secondly, if you are already happy, if there is a chance for you to be much more happier than what you are already, you want to say no, you can. So let's come back to the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. That is like a Bible for Christian, Gita for Hindus. For the yoga, for the field of yoga, Patanjali Yoga Sutra, we call it chapter PYS. Patanjali Yoga Sutra is the authority. Frankly speaking, it was not written for common men at all at that time. When the monk wrote it, it was written for the monks, how to pursue their monkhood towards successful monkhood. So it is like the doctors, you IT professionals, and the monks, we all are same. We work for tirelessly, we work or we cover our tiredness. We sleep very less. Monks also slept very less. They also thought all the time mentally, analyzing, meditating. We are also not meditating, but analyzing all the time. They were sitting in the monks' meditative postures, yogic postures for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. We all are sitting in our ergonomically designed chairs, though we are not sitting perfectly correct. For example, now I'm sitting in front of you because there is camera. Or you may be sitting like this because there is camera. If there is no camera, you know very well how we sit. Most of the people, we are like this, slumped down in our chair. When we are slumped down in our chair, when our spine is not erect, that trouble begins there. Patanjali Yoga Sutra explains in detail how the posture should be, how our food should be. Sattvic, Mata, Rajasic, Tamasic, there are many. But I cannot cover everything today in this session, but I will touch the tip of the iceberg. Is there no solution for the IT professionals? Is there no possibility? Are you already in the point of no return? No. Your life is salvageable. If you can dedicate some conscious living, some 45 minutes a day for yourself, for your personal growth and personal care. If you can afford 1 hour, that would be wonderful. That would be the best actually. But if you, the question is, what to do? You can earn and save and future give it to doctors. So if you can spare 45 minutes of life, you can enjoy your life, you can flourish in. Annamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha, manomaya kosha, vijnanamaya kosha, anandamaya kosha. These are all the 5 layers of the body. Oh, doctor, you are talking philosophy. No, I am talking science, pure science. Our physical body, our breathing area. We nowadays, because of this corona period, or let's say corona and post-corona has changed our lifestyle totally. Most of the common man is more aware about his lungs and heart than any time ever before. This is the Pranamaya Kosha. That's what 2000 years back the monks talked about. Third is the Manomaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha means mind. Physical body, breathing apparatus, that is over. Next is the Manomaya Kosha. What is the Manomaya Kosha? Manomaya Kosha is mind. The modern day medicine is mind-body medicine. Until 1992, 93, nobody even really bothered to consider this mind as an important tool. Now, even digestive system, any issues with the digestive system, central nervous system, or bones, or related to muscles, or blood, or heart, everywhere, your mind is extremely important. Absolutely involved. Whatever you are mind, whatever you eat today, so you become tomorrow. Whatever you think today, so you become tomorrow. What we have to understand is mind plays important role. See, in the mind there are two minds. One is conscious mind, another is subconscious mind. Conscious mind is only 20%. I'm generous. 20% is more actually. So 15 to 20% only conscious mind. Subconscious mind is only 80 to 85%. Subconscious mind is made up of cellular memory, your father, grandfather, great grandfather, great grandfather. From the caveman time to now, whatever memories were imprinted in the gene and came transferred to you is there. For example, there are people who are terrified of closed spaces, claustrophobic. There are people who are terrified of heights. There are people who cannot imagine eating noodles, or they feel that sticky eating anything they cannot eat. Anything happened in their life. There are people who are terrified of fire. There are people who are terrified of uh, uh, in dark rooms. Anything happened in their life which frightened them? Any accident? No. Then why are they terrified? There are people who cannot drink milk, not allergic to, but when they taste milk, they feel like vomiting. We have tested, we have done an allergy test for them. Nothing. Allergy test doesn't show anything. They are not allergic to lactose intolerance or lactose allergy, but still they are not able to. What happened? How did it happen? This is where the manomaya kosha comes into role. Mind. Your great great grandfather might have had a fire accident and then he was terrified his whole life, and uh, your grandmother, whoever it is, afterwards they conceived a great 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 grandmother. Then they conceived your great grandfather, and then the father to you. So the genes continued, and genes, that genetic memory carried that fear. If you believe in the karma concept, karma, your own past life karma, if you believe in the past life, your own past life karma may carry the fear to you. Even scientifically, we can explain about the genetic memory and cellular memory. So the nose which is sitting on your face is not your nose. It is not just your parents. You are somewhere in the family tree, somewhere from caveman time to now, in between. Somebody had a nose like this structure, and now your face is carrying that nose. Even the mindset, 80% is controlled by the subconscious mind. So the manomaya kosha plays an important role. Mind body medicine plays an important role. That's what we have to understand. Once we understand this axis, life becomes much easier to handle. Ayurveda, naturopathy, yoga, all these traditional Chinese medicine, all these traditional medicines respected these manomaya kosha, the mind concept. That's why in the long-term diseases, the chronic diseases, they are very, very successful in treating without much side effects. So next is the Vijnanamaya kosha, Anandamaya kosha. They are much more higher level. I am not going into detail, but let's say basically to say the world, the new age psychology is coming into the journaling, means self-analysis, and the last is the Ananda. Ananda means happiness, unadulterated, everlasting happiness. Is it possible? I know this is the first question appears in the mind. Is it possible? It is possible. As per the modern science, as per the traditional medicines, human beings are designed to live 120 years. Human beings are designed to live always, almost always happy. The possibility is there. If we put the effort, the possibility will appear. There are people, they are so particular about their work, so much particular about their work. They say, I'm very punctual. I'm always very punctual. Yes, very good. Punctuality is a very good habit, very good thing. And I'm successful because of this punctuality. Good. You wanted to be successful in life, so you held the principle of punctuality, and then you reached the success. Now, fortunately, you were able to hold to this principle. Unfortunately, the principle which was supposed to be helping you has already started destroying you in some ways. The punctuality and priority, perfection, I used to have a master. He used to tell, perfectionists are the people who are never happy and who never allow others to be happy. I remember my very good friend's wife was so particular about her children leaving the shoes and the flip flops in that particular place in the shoe rack. Names are kept for, this is the Chintu's shoe space, this is the Tinky's shoe space. She was so particular, and she believed perfection is very important. After a few years, I was admiring a lot about her perfection, and even I tried to adhere to my life many a times. Like, that's a different story. So once when I met my friend after a long time, he was explaining, see, this perfection thing of my wife is going beyond control. I think I have to meet some psychiatrist for it. I said, what? Psychiatrist? What do you mean? Every day from morning to night, she's screaming at the kids, she's screaming at me, she's screaming at her mother and father who are living with us. And she is so disappointed with everything in life, despite being so perfect by herself. Even on herself, she is so unhappy. This is where the Manomaya Kosha need to be addressed. So let's go back to the Annamaya Kosha, the physical body. We are made of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and the 5th element keeps changing in every medicine. In Indian medicine, in yoga, Ayurveda, and in naturopathy, we give the 5th element space, in which what you eat is important. That's what the sattvic food is more effective. But more than that is how you eat is important. When you eat is important. If you can, try to fix the time of your food. Doctor, I heard that we have to follow the natural clock. That means whenever we feel hungry, we have to eat. Come on, we have destroyed our biological clock so much. Just put 108 days of systematic. Fix the time, plus or minus. 8 o'clock breakfast means 8 o'clock, plus or minus 10 minutes. Lunch at 1 means lunch at 1. Dinner at 7 means dinner at 7. My dinner is at 6 o'clock before sunset as possible. But I'm not pushing you for that. If you can go for 7, max by 8. Beyond that, it is unacceptable. Doctor, by the time I come home, it is 8:15. In the traffic, especially I live in Bangalore, my IT company is 2.5 hours drive from my home. So by the time I reach home, it is 8:30. How can I eat at 8? If you are going to be eating very late or you have to make it like a simplest possible food. Soup. That's it. Soup for dinner. Homemade soup, not the packed soup. Soup for dinner. Simple soup. Soup, maybe some boiled vegetables. Soup and boiled vegetables for dinner if you are going to be eating late. Bland to mildly spices rich, not spicy, spices rich, herbs rich. If your kitchen is maintained well, if your kitchen has got a balance of herbs, especially living in tropical country like India, at any given day in India, we are using 6 to 8 herbs minimum. That one may be not so necessary herb like red chili or green chili, but most of the other herbs, turmeric, ginger, garlic, curcumin, all these things are very, very effective, very, very good for us. But unfortunately, if you are going to have dinner at night, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10:30, paratha and maida made paratha and greasy side dish or non-veg, it's not going to be digested. Even if it is digested, it is not going to leave the heart and belly region. So yoga concept explains Annamaya Kosha, the food, what you eat decides everything about you. I'm not saying you should not eat delicious, greasy food. You have it for lunch, that's okay. At least you move a little bit from the lunch to the dinner time. After dinner, you don't move much. Oh, doctor, nowadays I'm walking after dinner. No, that's the absurd thing to do. Immediately after the food, the dinner, your stomach and belly needs the blood circulation, not your limbs. eating at 9 o'clock and then going for a walk at 9:30 in the night. No, it doesn't work that way. You can't flex the biological clock as you like it. It's not possible. This is the Annamaya Kosha. Fix the time. Timing is more important. Second, eat half to three-fourths of stomach. Don't eat until it reaches the throat or into the nose. Don't. Half stomach to three-fourths of a stomach. That's good enough. That's good enough, especially IT professionals and doctors. We don't have much physical activity. We have only brain activity, mental activity. Most of us, the only walking, most of the IT professionals, the only walking they get is from their home to the parking lot, from the parking lot to their office. That is the only walking they get. Inside the office, maybe walking to the cafeteria. Very recently, I don't want to mention the company's name. They have escalators in the office. They have lift in the office, escalator in the office, escalator they installed because of the corona, and escalator in the office. I say steps. You can take the steps. If you have to go 3 floors, 1 floor take a steps, and then next floor you can walk and reach the elevator and take the two floor elevator or escalator, whatever it is. Install your physical activity in between. This is the important part. Second is have a snack, very healthy snack between the meal if you would like. If you're not hungry, don't go for it. It's not necessary. But if you're eating half stomach or not so full stomach, that's the right way to say. Then between the meal, mid meal, like 8 o'clock, you had breakfast, 2 o'clock, 1:30 is the lunch, that 1 o'clock is the lunch, that means 11 o'clock. If you want to have a handful of nuts, peanuts, groundnuts is more than enough. Or if you are, go for almonds if you want, or cashew or almonds or groundnut or some nuts. Whichever you want, as rich as you are. Really, groundnut is good enough. It has got all the nutrients, most of the nutrients, what all these rich nuts have. Handful of nuts. If you can soak it in water for a few hours and have it, that's much better. Any nut, once soaked for a few hours, the nutrient quality multiplies. That's the Annamaya Kosha. Satvik Ahara. Next is the Pranamaya Kosha. Pranamaya Kosha is not just the lungs and the breathing apparatus. Prana means chi or biomagnetic energy. Our whole body has got biomagnetic energy. It is proven by the Russian Kirlian photography, and it is also proven by the by modern technologies where we can see the biomagnetic energy flowing through during the yoga practices. The Pranamaya Kosha means Ida, Pingala, Sushumna. These are the the most important pranas. Or breathing. Breathing is a very raw translation, but let's say this is the thing which decides how our biomagnetic energy flows and how our thinking process flows, how our body and mind coordinates. See, a simple example. When you are angry, if you see your breathing goes faster. When you are sleeping deep sleep, especially people with a big belly, when they are sleeping, you can see. We used to practice that demonstration, like keep a paper, just a newspaper or please A4 size 1 paper, keep it on the belly of the big belly person sleeping time, on the belly. When they are deep breathing in and very slow breathing out, you can see the fluttering of this paper. And the breathing out is so long and slow. When we are relaxed deeply in sleep, the breathing is slow. When we are agitated or restless, the breathing gets faster. Nowadays, I don't want to talk much about the breathing because of the corona. People are bombarded about the breathing. But it's not just the breathing. Our mind decides our body, our breathing. Our breathing decides the flow of prana, the chi, biomagnetic energy in our body. Sorry. So the pranayama, breathing exercises, Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama, Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. It's a very simple thing. Have you noticed in a temple or Gana Homa or Ganapati Homa or Ganesh Puja when they do, during the puja, during the ceremony, left in, right out, right in, left out, they'll be breathing. When they are breathing, in between, they'll stop the ceremony and they'll do this pranayama. and then they'll again come back to the Homa Havana. Believe me, 5 times they do the pranayama during the Havana, between the Havana. Reason is very simple. When the pranayama is done, our mind comes into a state of stability, a state of ekangrata, a state of one thoughtfulness, one mindfulness. Mindfulness meditation is not so big. You don't have to read big books to understand mindfulness. Just do 7 minutes, not more. Just 7 minutes of Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama, breathing in through left, breathing out very slowly through the right, breathing in through the right, breathing out very slowly through the left. Use only the right hand. When you're using the right hand, it stimulates the left brain. Sorry, it controls the left brain. When you're using the left hand, it controls the right brain. You don't want to control the right brain, which is the imagination, which is the happiness, which is the creativity. You want to control the left brain. To control the left brain, you have to use the right hand, only the right hand. How the heavens, the monks 2000 years back were aware about the use of right hand. Hatha Yoga Pradipika explains beautifully. The Prana Tattva explains, the Patanjali Yoga Sutra explains beautifully about the importance of using the right hand. The modern technology, 15 years back, they declared about the importance of the right brain and the left brain, all these concepts, 20 years back. This is the Yoga Shastra. This is the deep analysis. Okay, coming back to this. Left in, right in, left out. Use the right hand fingers, either these two or like this. Just learn from some BNYS doctors around your place. There will be certainly 1 or 2 BNYS doctors around your place, naturopathy and yoga physicians. Learn from them. It's going to take 1 day to 1 week maximum to learn what the real pranayama methodology and basic like Surya Namaskar or for example IT professionals. It is naturally the best asana for you is only 2. Just these 2 you do, your spine is protected. Vakrasana or Ardha Matsyedrasana, sitting and twisting the spine. Vakra or Ardha Matsyedrasana. Every day, at the end of the day, evening, if you can do the Vakrasana or Ardha Matsyedrasana, your spine, how much ever you have destroyed your spine sitting in all wrong postures, it will realign the posture, it will realign the spine and keep your spine erect. When the spine is erect, the prana tattva flows, electromagnetic, biomagnetic wave flows correctly in your body. Very simple. 7 minutes a day. Morning 7 minutes, evening 7 minutes. That's fantastic if we can do. No, doctor, morning I can't do. That's fine. In the office, in front of your computer, when you have few minutes time, if you can do that. Spine erect, then eat as much empty as possible, like minimum 1.5 hours after the food. And use the right hand, 3 minutes, 7 minutes. Try to do muscle breathe. 21 days, every day 7 minutes, once or twice, 21 days, you do it. And then, before a very important client meeting or team meeting, just do this alternate nostril breathing for 7 minutes if you have the time, 3 to 7 minutes. After some 3 weeks, even 3 minutes will give you the benefits. Do the breathing and go for the meeting, and you will be shocked and surprised how much control your body and your mind has got. You're not agitated like before. You're very clear in presenting your position and your progress to the client, to your team, to everybody. And more than anything, you are able to sleep so deeply. The same 6 hours or 8 hours you're sleeping, when you wake up, you feel so fresh. Doctor, what is the another yoga you want us to learn? If you do not have back pain yet, learn from some BNYS naturopathy doctors, Surya Namaskara. One Surya Namaskara ideally takes, let us say, 1 to 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, you can practice one Surya Namaskara. I would say 6 Surya Namaskaras, 12 minutes, 7 minutes of breathing exercise, 2 minutes of Vakrasana or Ardha Matsyedrasana. How much is that? 21 minutes a day, 21 days. See the dramatic change happening in you. That's what you want. See, practical, don't go on theories. Don't go on theories. When you're going on theories, it's not going to work. Go practically, do it and see. If you have back pain, do it by yourself, done from a BMS doctor, and they will advise you, or they will modify for you. If you already have sciatic pain or cervical spondylosis, you may not be able to do the cervical Surya Namaskara. There are other postures. Ardha Chakrasana is there. There is a warrior pose is there. There is also Pavana Muktasana is there. These are a few postures which are going to dramatically change your life. Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, and the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha, as I explained, the mind-body concept. I enrolled for a meditation class. I went and sat there. Nothing happened, doctor. That's the complaint most of the time. You know, in Yoga Shastra, it says so clearly, you can't directly go to a meditation class and sit. If you go directly to a meditation class and sit, and if you are able to meditate, you are already a monk. You don't need anything else. You have to do yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana. Dhyana is in the 6, 7, 8 stage. And on the day one, if you want to go and sit in a yoga class, close your eyes, and if you can meditate, you are a monk already. Congratulations, that's what I would say. But there are different types of meditations. Guided meditations are there. There are guided meditations. There are we call it yoga nidra. There are meditations. Eating meditation is there. Once I learned from His Holiness Dalai Lama. I served under him for a few weeks, and I learned from him eating meditation. Mindfully eating a plate full of, let's say, mango. This is the mango season. Slice the mangoes you have kept. You have to eat with the skin. Wash it well and eat with the skin. When the pulp is squeezed in the mouth, what the juice of the mango. When you're chewing the skin, what do you feel? The texture of the skin. If it is a very good mango like Alfonso or like the Neelam, good variety of mangoes, you will be engrossed in that eating. Close your eyes and eat. Just feel that eating. This is a yoga nidra. Meditation means becoming one with what you are doing. In the deepest state of sleep, we are one with it. We forget who we are. The I-ness is gone. That is meditation. Every night in my sleep, we all go into the deepest state of meditation. So meditation is not something new. Unconsciously, when we are able to go into meditation, consciously, we are not able to. When we are normally, we don't have 200 thoughts in our mind. But when we sit for meditation, close our eyes, don't think anything. And the doctor says, when the BMIS doctor, when the naturopath, when the yoga teacher says, don't think anything. That's the next moment we think 200 things. Normally we don't think that much. That is the manomaya. That is the manas. Manas, buddhi, ahankara. This is what we have to understand. Our buddhi, our intellect, our manas, our thoughts, our ego. These are the things which are difficult to tackle. For which yogasanas help a lot. What we eat matters. If you are going to eat spicy curry today, if you are going to eat spicy non-vegetarian curry with maida paratha tonight, tomorrow morning, I guarantee you cannot meditate. Occasionally, nothing is wrong. Every day eating a wrong type of food is not acceptable. Annamaya kosha destroyed. Physical body gets destroyed. When I first met my meditation master, he used to sit for meditation for like 5 hours, 4 hours, without moving an inch. I could not sit for 10 minutes crossed leg. My legs are numb. My hip is paining. After 10 minutes, after 25 minutes, my breathing is becoming difficult. Physical strainers in the beginning. I've seen in temples the priests sitting for 4 hours and not moving. Upper body will be moving. The hip to lower body doesn't move. Practice. Nothing else. Practice. But spine plays an important role. So how to reach the meditation? Eat mango with consciousness. Don't watch TV. Don't talk. Sit with the bowl of soup. Sit with the bowl of your favorite soup and taste it spoon after spoon. But after a few minutes, you get bored, we just drink it. Oh, keep a bowl of soup and keep a bowl of boiled vegetables, curries. Less spicy or black curries. Have this one scoop, have this one scoop. You taste it. Conscious living. That brings the meditation easier to you. Or use the meditation chantings. Chanting Bismillah Rahman Rahim. You are Christmas carols. Every religion has got its own tools for meditation. It is up to us to use it or not use it. One of my very good friends, he used to be a mad fan of Urmila, actress Urmila. He used to sit and meditate on her photo. It is possible. What you like very much, you can meditate upon. Rosagulla you like very much, you can meditate upon it. Whatever makes your mind easy to connect to, meditate upon it. Live with it. Consciously be in that. You like walking on the grass, remove your shoes, remove your socks, walk on the grass early morning, feel the mist, feel the moisture covered grass under your foot. Feel the chillness of the grass under your foot. Feel the cold breeze touch your face. Breathe deeply, walk consciously. Afterwards, when you are sitting for meditation, re-visualize the morning walk when you are doing the morning walk in the garden or walking over the grassland. Walking over the moist grass. That is meditation. That is all the meditation. Your favorite restaurant, window seat, your favorite ice cream or coffee, looking at the beautiful scenery. My most favorite spot, sitting on the beach, staring at the ocean. Near Manipur, there is a beautiful Malpe beach. In that, there is a small restaurant where there is a deck where I don't know, this corona, whether this restaurant got closed or still open, but when you sit there, when I sit there and have a sip my herbal ginger tea, looking at the ocean, so that's the moment, beautiful moment. I don't even see the menu in that shop. I know what I would like. I would like to drink a smoothie, mango smoothie, or a masala chai. Now, when I meditate, to go into the meditation, the first 3 minutes to 5 minutes, I use this. I'm parking the car here, I'm walking through the sand and then climbing the step on the deck. I'm sitting there, the cool breeze from the sea and holding the mug. And I'm holding the mug of chai, holding the mug of masala tea, the warmth of the mug spreading to fingers and then smell of the tea and then sip of it. Burst of tasting my time, the ginger, the tulsi, the basil leaf, that's it. And then going into meditation becomes like a child's play. Use day-to-day living, conscious living as a meditation tool. Then Jnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. To reach there, I'll give a short tip and then go leave you for questions. And that is self-analysis. You ask any of your friends in the IT profession, what is their future plan? Immediately they will say, now I have Tata Indica car. In another 2 years, I'm planning to buy Honda City, and then down the line, I'm planning for. Now I live in a 1-bedroom house, apartment, and then I'm planning to go for 2, if possible, 2.5, 3-bedroom apartment. And then last year we went for a tour to Shimla. Next year, I'm planning to take my family to Singapore, and then maybe down the line, 5 years down the line, I'm planning to go for Europe trip with my family. This economical planning is very clear. I'll be team lead here. If my hike is good, I'll stay here. Otherwise, I'll jump the ship and do this. My family full of IT professionals. I'm the only black sheep in my family. Doctor. I know the life of IT professionals very well. So what is this introspection, self-introspection? Oh, it's a big word. No. Very simple. Very, very simple. Journaling. Take a piece of A4 size paper. No. I know. Can I use a tab, sir? No. If you can write on the tab, you can use it. But no typing. Write on a piece of paper or write on a tab. You can do it. Once a week. 15 minutes to 30 minutes, no technology, no phone call. If possible, if you are blessed, once a week, 1 hour. No watching TV, no talking to anybody, no messages, no internet. Nothing. For 1 hour, sit in silence. You will go crazy, I promise you. You will be literally crazy in the beginning. You will scold Dr. D. Even my email ID is saying no numerical 2 stress@gmail.com. You may drop me a mail. You may go into my website and scold me very badly. Don't bother. First week, second week, third week, you do not know. You occupied your mind so much that unfortunately, now you are not able to sit with yourself. Once Jackie was there, he explained, if you are not able, if you are bored when you're sitting alone, you are in bad company. True. If you can't sit with yourself for an hour without any technology or any assistance, after 1 hour or after half an hour initially, 15 minutes, after 15 minutes, take a piece of paper or write on the tab, it doesn't matter, but writing is important. What all happy moments happened in these past 2 weeks? It may be simple as having an ice cream with your friend, or having a mug of coffee with your friend, or went for dinner with your girlfriend or your wife or your friend or anybody, or you played with your child, building a sand dune, sand castle. It can be anything, silly, simple to seriously. You got a promotion, you got a hike, or your salary was not cut. There's a good news now in Corona time. Whatever it is, write down the list of past 2 weeks. Write down the list. Then the next 2 weeks, how you want your life to be. Happy moments, what you expect. You can be meeting your friend or picking the phone and calling others. Do that. Do these basics for 4 to 6 to 7 weeks. Every week, do it. What happened in the past 2 weeks? Happy moments, 20 to 30. What you would like in the next 2 weeks, 20 to 30. After 2 weeks, again, take the slip and see anything got fulfilled or not. Happy moments you expected. If it is not fulfilled, who is the reason? You, scenarios, circumstances. This is yoga concept. If you have any questions, please ask me. I think 7 or 8 minutes now left for me. Maybe in future we can have another session where I can explain and answer your questions. But if you have any 1 or 2 questions, please ask me. If you don't have any questions, I will proceed further with my explanations.
Yes. Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
It was very informative session. So we'll just see what questions we have got from the viewers. We have got 4 or 5 questions. So just we'll go one by
Yes.
one. The first question was asked one of the person that how in this pandemic situation the diet can be planned according to yoga, especially while they are sitting for a long time, as there is a completely change in lifestyle.
Beautiful. Very good question. Very practical, very important question. Whoever asked, congratulations. Very simple. Since you are not even able to go out for a walk much, you are not able to move around much, especially working from home, your food should be very, very light. There is a saying in Tamil, I'm basically Tamilian. There is a saying in Tamil, Kodi kaigarigal kodi edayakku. Means the vegetables grown in climbers, beans, the water vegetables, pumpkin, or the type of climber vegetables, if you can eat, that will make you slimmer. So that's what it means. Chedi kaigarigal maintain pannum. Chedi kaigarigal means the vegetables grown in a plant, like a brinjal, eggplant, lady's finger, or the vegetables grown under the ground will make you fat or will make you put on weight. If it is cooked, if it is raw, that's a different story. Like if you're going to eat potato. I like potato in every form. No, it's not going to help you. Eat vegetables grown in climbers, duli, pumpkin, ash god, beans. These type of climber vegetables are more effective in keeping your body weight in control, cholesterol in control. Secondly, 50% of your food should be vegetables. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 50%. Dr. G, with the breakfast with the idli dosa, or I don't think the poha, what I will eat for vegetable for breakfast. Have a bowl of soup. Have a bowl of soup. Vegetable soup, that's good enough. But 50% vegetables, that's good enough. Between the meal, you can have the fruit, or after having a fruit, give half an hour gap and then go for a meal. Eating a whole meal and then having two bananas for as a fruit, no, you're going to gain weight, you're going to have unnecessary complications. Two banana is almost equal to one meal. If you're going to finish the dinner at 9 o'clock and then have two bananas, then you are having 1.5 meals. That's not good. I hope I answered the question. 50% should be vegetables. Any other question?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes. There is another question has asked with the same regarding concern what is going outside. Can you tell us about a general regime of yoga for keeping body and mind healthy in this current scenario?
I explained during the talk the regime that is 21 minutes regime, that is 6 Surya Namaskaras, which is going to take 12 minutes, and then do one or two postures. My preference would be Parivrtta Trikonasana, the twisted triangle standing pose, and Vakrasana or Ardha Matsedrasana, which is the sitting pose, these two, and then followed by Pranayama for 7 minutes. This would be ideally simple, basic 21 minutes regime. Ideally speaking, I would suggest approach the nearest BNYS doctors. If you do not know where the BNYS doctors around you, just approach the National Institute of Naturopathy with that. Drop a mail to them. They will sure have a registry of doctors around your town, around your home. Even there are people who conduct online yoga sessions, because in the beginning, I would say to have a disciplined yoga session, for learning with a group or online learning, but learn under a tutorship and learning under somebody. I'm not asking you to come and learn from me, learn from somebody. But every day morning, if a person is going to teach yoga for your 6 to 7 or evening 6 to 7, especially when you're working from home, it's very easy. Follow the regime. The basic, if you are Surya Namaskar, followed by Pavana Muktasana, and alternate nostril breathing. Now you should do Pranayama. That's good enough. That's a good enough yoga.
Thank you,
Any
sir.
other question?
Yes, sir. There is a question has asked a person saying that are there any specific technique for stress management, especially except this pandemic situation, as he's working while he rejoin his duty? Is there any specific techniques he can do with the stress management techniques at the office where he can do it
Yes.
easily?
Very good, very good. Neck movements are very good stress management. All of our mental thinking, 24/7, our mental thinking is processed and sent through the neck. That's the reason many people, when they get stressed, they get neck pain, shoulder pain, they keep massaging, they keep taking the knuckles, all these things they do. Usually that is what happens. But the real fact is neck movement, simple up and down movement, side to side movement, turning the head side to side, or like this very simple movement, slowly, very slowly. You should lose your patience doing it. That slowly, 3 times is good enough. Just example is, look at me, up and down movement, not like this, like this. Then no use. That you are doing whole day. That's not useful. But instead, it's going to take 3 minutes. That's all. But I'm going to demonstrate for 10 seconds. Up and down movement. Take your head back like this. So slow. Your mind will ask, when is it going to finish? Take it back as much as you can. And then bring the head down very slowly, very slowly, very slowly, very slowly. Like this, up and down, side to side, turning the head side to side, and cocking movement, shoulder rotation. Like this simple exercise. We call it laptop yoga, desktop yoga. That's very important. Side stretching, side bending with the arms. There are many, many yogas like this. Again, learn from the teachers. But simplest is neck movement and alternate nostril breathing. These two are the best. And visualization. 3 minutes of visualization is good enough every day. Pleasant moments of your life. First time when you met your wife or your girlfriend. And first child, when the first child was born and given in your hand, when you are holding the first child, how you felt. And when you thought your mother or father are near and dear, when they were not well, when they make it or not, you don't know, but when they made it, it came out, how happy you felt. First time when you got the appointment order, or the much awaited promotion, whatever it is, you were waiting for, it happened. How you felt. Relive it. If your mind can relive the bad situation, the people you scolded you or insulted you again and again and again, you can also live the happy moments of life again. It's all here. Learn it, do it consciously. That will make a very big difference. I think the time is up. If there is time, you can ask more questions. If there is no, that's
Yeah,
fine.
we'll take on the last question.
Yes.
Yep, I guess like what you've answered about the stress management, that also answers one of the question asked by the viewers about how this can be helpful for mood settings. So I guess what you have explained, it completely explains for the stress management as well. So there's a last question asked by the viewers: that are there any specific techniques for improving the sleep, or had how to get rid of from the insomnia?
Very good. There are very simplest is walk. Go for long walks. That helps your lower back muscles to settle well, shoulder muscles to settle well, leg muscles to settle well, energy flow, the chi and biomagnetic flow chant prana throughout the body. Evening walk, 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, if you can do that, will be fantastic. Morning walk is also fine. Walking is the first. Second is yoga. Third, but not the last, is trying to meditate but using the journaling methods. This week you wrote about happy moments you would like. Next week you write what books you would like to read, what movies you would like to watch again. For me, all-time favorite is I would like to watch Godfather, English movie. I would like to watch a movie again and again. Pretty Woman. I have a list of movies which I can watch anytime. This is also a journal. Journal it, write, and then tear it and throw it away. We don't want to keep it as a lifetime record. Okay. So I would like to use this opportunity to thank the NIN for providing this opportunity for me. And in future, if there is a possibility, we'll again make these IT professionals the most in India, the people who lead the most stress management. Even others can use the same techniques what I have taught today. And thank you very much, NIN. Thank you, doctor, for coordinating this beautifully and nice questions. Thank you very much.
So thank you, viewers, for being patiently listening to for the session. So as we have come to end of the session, with the close note, I want to thank you, Dr. Dwarak Nath, for giving his guide over the today's topic. Alongside, I also want to thank the entire team of NIN and ROB Maharashtra and Goa for making the session to run smoothly. And the last but not the least, the participant, you, who have spent the entire time for listening patiently to Dr. Dwarak Nath and getting insights of yoga, how it can be helpful for the IT professionals. Thank you, one and all. To get the upcoming session, please don't forget to follow the Facebook page of National Institute of Naturopathy and do listen healthy, act healthy, stay healthy. I, Dr. Ajin Pawar, signing off. Thank you.